Hey guys, Spencer at Z1. Today we're taking a look at our newest offering for the VR platform. This is going to be our line expansion on the VRX turbos. We're focused on our VRX60 today. This turbo upgrade is a fantastic addition to the line. It takes everything that's great about our VRX70 that we've been running for well over a year now and just gives you a more responsive, a little bit more mid-range punchy option without compromise. So we've got some parts out here for you to take a look at. We're going to briefly go over the things that make the VRX line shine over trying to push a stock turbo to the limit, and then we'll cover some of the parts that make this thing special. So let's take a deep dive. So we've pulled a compressor cover off of this stock turbo. You guys can see the size differential here between these, maybe give you an idea of what kind of flow improvements we are seeing and what kind of temperatures you can expect to be different between pushing a tiny wheel, you know, way over 100,000 RPM to get some boost up versus something a little larger that can actually flow more. With these turbos, the factory turbos come with a very small hot side housing. This is like a 5.3 AR. It's very choked. This is targeted for response spool torque, but it does not do well to carry the revs. You can't build a lot of boost with it and keep going because the hot side pressure and the pressure ratio between the hot side and the cold side, it gets to a dangerous zone. It's unhealthy for engines. It requires you to pull a lot of timing out, trying to keep them cool or save them. But even just the physical pressure, when you've got the boost way up, you're trying to make a bunch of power. You've got an open exhaust valve and it's trying to drive exhaust out of the head and through this tiny little funnel to get that wheel going. You know, you think back about where all that's getting driven out from, a piston coming up on the exhaust stroke, that is very dangerous how high those pressures will get. So that's one of the main things about the VRX line that we've done to relieve that is we focus on enough flow, but we target ours not to be off idle and making punchy response. We want ours to operate well through the mid-range and up. So our 7AR exhaust hot side relieves a lot of pressure on the bottom end. It makes everything run cooler while still getting enough exhaust velocity and heat to drive this turbine and push power with these turbos. The VRX70, very trackable turbo. You can do it, but it is a lot of power, a little bit less responsive. The VRX60, a bit more response. So if you're trying to find that sweet spot between, or you're not looking for as much power, you know, 600 plus, 650-ish, I think we're gonna see a lot of guys operating there with the right supporting mods, is a very sweet spot for these chassis in my opinion. I like the way they drive, happy to take them to the course or maybe go out for a weekend run through the mountains, canyon carving. It's a really, really good turbo upgrade for that. The spool comes on quicker, you got more torque through the mid-range and it carries well through the RPM, just not quite as far as VRX70. These will be bolt-on. You can keep in mind with all these kits, we use inlet and outlets are going to be compatible with the upgrades you probably already have if you were modifying your stock turbo. So if you had intake kit, you had intercoolers or something like that, we're going to fit up just the same. That's a really nice thing. All the kits will come complete with hardware, stainless steel lines, fasteners, gaskets, everything you need to make it a bolt-on portion as far as that goes. You can enjoy the benefits of better engine longevity, the cooler running operation, more consistent power that doesn't get pulled back from you after a pull or two. Really great opportunity to make the upgrade if you're looking at doing turbos. The VRX60 is actually my favorite. Feels great. I'm excited to see these on more and more cars. If you guys have questions about maybe what is the right turbo for your use case, we got a team here dedicated to help and serve you. So don't feel like you've got to experiment or figure it all out. No big deal. One call, we can get you going, get you set up, or you can shop online. We've got this and everything else you need for your Q or Z, maintenance, repair, everything, we've got you covered. So if you guys have questions, hit us up, let us know in the comments what you want to see next.